Hi.
Hey, Goodman. How are you?
Great.
Wonderful. And I like your Minnie Mouse shirt. Minnie Mouse. Yeah, Disney. We're a big fan. Oh, very cool. The sequins. Those are called sequins. Good. So, welcome back to class. It's me, teacher Chelsea. Can you hear me okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Good. And how is your weekend?
Great.
Okay. What are you doing this weekend?
I was just typing the contents for my video.
Oh, okay. That's wonderful.
Your keyboard seems to be very quick, like my laptops.
Oh, okay. So you use the laptop to type out the dialogue in the
Well, yeah, it
message?
sounds exactly the same as your keyboard.
Oh, I see. Okay, when you type. Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
my this one's a bit thicker. If you can hear the sound, can you hear it?
Oh, yeah, yeah. The keys are a little thicker. Is it a regular keyboard in a computer?
Well, yeah,
Or
like I.
oh, okay, yeah. The keys are a little thicker. I like that setup. And I have a laptop, so they have shallower keys, and yes, they don't make
Oh,
as
so you're
much.
using a laptop?
Hmm. Yes.
I think it's maybe the same. Is it HP?
It's actually Acer.
Oh, okay, that is wrong. Mine
Yeah,
H.
that's okay. I like HP. I had HPs during college. I use these Acer computers right now, and they're pretty cheap, but they work for a few years. Perfect.
Do you have your frog?
Oh, yeah. Well, we woke up the toad from hibernation, but we haven't woken up the frog yet.
You can look at
Um,
the frog too.
we could, yeah. Do we want to look for him today? We can do
Yeah.
that.
I've
Okay.
seen a I've seen a toad before.
Yeah, exactly. So you've seen the toad and you've seen the lizard. A lizard and a toad live together in this tank.
Hmm.
And in this one, there's a gecko and a frog. So
Yeah, I've seen the
let's.
gecko. The only one I hasn't seen the frog.
Okay, okay, awesome. Thanks for telling me. So let's go ahead and turn off the light. First, we want to turn off the heat light, and this could be a little bit hot, so we want to be careful with that. And the red light keeps him warm. And then there's two lights actually. Okay, UVA and UVB.
Oh.
All right. So he needs both of those. One looks like the white light, like from the almost like the sun. And the other one's red. Right.
Okay.
Daylight is like the sun and it's a white light. Night light is red and it's called infrared. Okay. So let me get untangled. We have some cords. So here's our mic cord. So we want to move that
Ah!
out of the way. And the cord from the light. And now we have our headset cord, so we want to be careful when we get up to get in the tanks. Okay, so let's get this started. I'll first take off the lid,
Of
and then I'll
course.
need, yeah, I'll
You
need to
take
look.
off the lid like you open your mouth to brush your teeth.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's right. Just lift it right off. Whoop. And since he's been sleeping in hibernation, he's been burrowed underneath for the winter. So it is winter. So let's see.
It's almost summer too, so I think you can wake him up.
I think so. So I'll show you a couple things as we do this. This is a little log that I got from outside, and the gecko likes to crawl underneath. There's a little spot he can hide.
Yeah. Okay.
So he likes to sleep under there.
I actually got a bamboo too. Do you want to see? It's right here.
Yes, I'd love to.
Bamboo.
Oh, awesome. Yes, I like to use that in the tanks. Bamboo. Good, me
Yeah, you
too.
can just stick it on the ground and maybe the gecko can climb up.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. What a great idea. I love that.
I think this one can do for the bamboo. This one can instead of the bamboo.
Oh, neat. Then they could get a grip onto that rubber band there and climb right up.
No,
That's
this
right.
is actually not the rubber band. I use this just for convenient storage of this rubber band.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, that's kind of smart. Look at
Well, yeah, there's a bamboo smell in it too.
yeah, look at this
Where do you get that?
from outside. So
It's
my
even
tank,
twisted.
yeah, they're like little art projects. And so I got this from outside, and it was a vine hanging from a tree, and it
And you
turned
pull it off?
into yeah, I pulled it off, and then it turned into this very hard stick.
Stick. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's braided or twisted, and I thought that was cool the whole way.
Well, yeah, but you just pulled it off the tree. That's weird.
It's a dead vine. Do you know what vines
Oh,
are?
oh,
They
if it's that, it's okay.
Yeah, it was a dead vine. So they tangle up the trees, and um you can just pull them right off. You can pull the vines off. Now I'll show you another thing
A
when
rock?
I go. No, it's actually
What?
cardboard from the eggs from an egg carton.
That's not from nature.
No, it's not, but it's made of paper or recycled paper, and this is what the crickets come in. So whenever I go to the store and I buy crickets, the crickets will be hiding in here. They like this. Okay.
Crickets? You
Mhm.
buy crickets?
Yes, I buy crickets. I go and get them
And
special treats at the store. So the animals like mealworms, and crickets.
they
Those are
eat
like
crickets.
yeah, and sometimes the classroom sounds like a bunch of crickets. Chirp, 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 chirp. All the crickets. So funny. Okay, so first we'll get
We
the
find a
little.
frog.
Yes, we need to find the frog. First, we have to move the baby gecko out of the way.
Let me see.
He says, "Good evening."
Hi, I remember your thick tail.
Yes, and he was just sniffing the air. He sniffed with his tongue. And
Look at his
actually,
tail.
now that we're talking about geckos, I have I have an article on geckos that I'm going to put it right in the box for you. You can take a look at this file. It's a excuse me, it's a few page write up all about geckos, okay? And
Let me see it for myself.
okay. He wants to show off a little bit on camera there for you. He says, "Do you like my spots?"
Kind of. I like the one in the picture a bit more. It's like white with orange.
Yes,
Cooler.
his is
Look at his
purple.
tail.
Yeah, he's purple and orange.
She's like, look at my pose.
Yes, strike a pose. That's right. All right. So you can come back in here and you can help me find your friend. Where's your froggy friend? He's been sleeping for a long time. Okay, we're looking. Here's their water
Water bowl.
bowl. Yep.
Is that natural or is that buying from the store?
I bought this one from the store.
Yeah, it's
It's made
curved.
of yeah, it's made of ceramic, I think. Okay. So he's hiding really well. I'm going to have to dig down in here. I found a tunnel in the back where I think he might be. Hmm. Still looking.
Yep,
So what do you think? Did you pull up that article about the gecko?
I haven't even read it.
Okay. Well, he must be hiding in here pretty good. Oh, I think I found him. Okay. I just have to pull the earth up very slowly so I don't accidentally bury him while I'm trying to dig him up, right? I'm just trying to say hello. He says, "Hey, get out of here."
I want to sleep.
Yeah, I was having a nice long nap.
It's too long.
Yeah, exactly. You've been sleeping for so long. Okay, here. I think he's in here. Oh, wow. Okay. So he must be burrowed in a different spot, but I'm just going to show you what I was digging up. So here's some of the earth here, and you can look.
Wow.
See, so he's under this type of material, which is actually turned into a bit of like a mud in here. But it's hard, it's a dirt. And I'm looking. He must be hidden in here really well, Jolyn.
Very.
Oh, tree
We have been
frog.
studying for 4 minutes.
Yeah, my goodness. I might have to search for him another time. Okay. I've moved most of the earth around in here. I have one more spot to move around. Okay, so let's see if he's in this corner. There are quite a few tunnels under here, but I'm not seeing him.
The gecko is trying to confuse you.
Maybe. Maybe he's hiding from the gecko.
I don't think a gecko will eat him.
No, he's too big. But now that I stirred this all up,
You have to
I
put
hope
it back.
yeah, and I hope that he'll come out. I think he's burrowed, Jolyn. I think he burrowed all the way across the tank. So he went under and burrowed, and I don't want to bury him in. So I'm just going to kind of leave that earth turned up and put the bowl of water on this side and hope that he'll just go ahead and come out whenever he's ready. So that's unfortunate. We couldn't find him. We couldn't find him. And I do see some tunnels. So hopefully in the next class he will come right out and we can meet him. He's a big old tree frog. But what's promising is I do see that he's been going potty in the tank. So I know he's in here somewhere. He's just hiding from us. So tree frogs, wow, they're hard to find out in nature. And he is actually from outside, this tree frog, okay? So that's why he is so good at hiding. And I'm curious, we're going to take a look on National Geographic about tree frogs and figure out about his hibernation. Okay.
This smells so good.
Tree frogs, let's take a look here. We're going to learn, why is he hibernating? He's hiding. He's sleeping, and we're going to learn all about it.
I really wish you had a red-eyed tree frog.
Yeah, we have just a regular tree frog, but we're going to go ahead and take a look at this guy too.
I'm just going to type tree frog.
Yes. So, PA tree frog hibernation. Okay,
Oh, so
here's
you just have a green one.
yeah, this is the guy that we're looking for. He's green.
Oh, that's a bit more normal than I thought. Oh, this guy, yeah.
And he's got this gray green color to him.
Oh, yeah, that's a bit too normal. I really wish you have a red eye tree frog.
See, a hibernating frog may look like it's dead. It can be placed on its back and show no inclination to turn over. However, its body temperature increases. The frog will begin to respond to stimuli and eventually will right itself and jump away. So
Oh,
he's hibernating in there so good that he's hiding somewhere. He crawled, I think, all the way to this side of the tank, but underneath this much earth. So I'm going to water it since I turned up most of the dirt. I'll water it. And then I bet he'll come out because I stirred up a lot of bugs in there. There was quite a few. Speaking of which, I'll clean my hands. We have a little towel. So I'll clean my hand. Boop. All right. So a tree frog. Have you ever seen one in the wild? Like gone outside and saw one on a tree
nope.
or in the grass? Okay. Yeah, you can sometimes find them on a warm summer night. So if it is a warm summer night, you can go outside and you might see them hopping in the grass or on a tree. You'll hear this. They make a high pitch like chirp. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. A high pitched chirp. Yeah.
That does not work. That isn't working.
And I double checked. Yes, this frog is definitely he's in a hibernating state. Okay, so we will just have to wake him up slowly. It takes weeks to wake him up. How long do you take in the morning when Dad says, "Jolynn, it's time to get up"? Do you take 10 minutes to get out of bed?
No, but it's always mom, and mom's like Jordan is like, and I open my eyes and sit up.
Oh, okay, you get up right away. Okay,
Oh yeah,
yeah. I wish our frog got up right away, but he says, "No way. I'm gonna take my time. It's gonna take me a week to get out of bed." Yes. Well, let's take a look at the article on the gecko. I think that was kind of cool. Do you want to read to me a little bit?
About a gecko?
Yes, please.
Let me see. Slip, lick. Oh, hey, dude. You don't recognize your friend by licking them. But this is how geckos tear each other apart. Sanders and Burn, Slytherin. That sounds like Slytherin. The
Oh, yes,
Hogwarts.
Switzerland.
Oh,
Switzerland.
that sounds like Slytherin, the Hogwarts house.
Yes, it does.
Don't you think it sounds very alike?
I think it does. I agree with you.
They're
Slytherin,
super.
Switzerland. Switzerland. So Switzerland is a country, right?
Is it?
Yeah. So they studied them in Switzerland, the country. And what did they find?
They found study geckos and their sniffing habits. The experts found out the lizards can smell themselves by using their tongue. Right, their tongue.
That's right. So,
That's a
like
bit
other
awkward.
lizards and snakes, geckos use their tongue to sense pheromones or chemicals given off by any animal. So they can smell with their tongue like a snake.
Snake.
Yeah, and the gecko moves more like a snake, and his eyes have a different pupil. We have a round pupil, the black spot. His pupil is like a slant, looks like a snake's pupil, like a line. Okay. So he can
Still
see
don't get it.
the the gecko. Look at his eyes.
What's wrong with his eyes?
Oh, nothing. There's nothing wrong with them. But geckos behave more like a snake than a lizard does. Okay. So
Why?
it's just a behavior that they have. And they look more like a snake too. But they're their own animal. So they're very docile, but they have a slant in their eyes that looks like a snake's eyes. And then they can move really fast. The lizard, he moves kind of slow, but all of them smell with their tongue. Okay.
Kind of get it.
Okay. So the tongues and the eyes, that's what we're talking about. But mostly the tongue. So start with, so when a gecko is climbing up a tree, paragraph 2. And I'll get them out.
Like
Go ahead.
like other geckos and snake geckos use their tongues to sense pheromones or chemicals given off by animals. So when a gecko is climbing up a tree or crawling among the ground, it will start repeating, stick its tongue in and out. That act helps the cutters locate partners or them.
It helps the critters, like the little critter, locate a partner.
Locate a partner.
Or a predator. A
Scientists.
predator is something that might eat it. A predator like a cat.
A cat will eat a gecko?
Yeah, the geckos live freely in Florida. They live in the wild, and there are cats too. So, sure.
I never ever heard of a cat eating a gecko.
Oh, maybe
And that
it's
sounds
not.
weird too.
Maybe it's not heard of, but they have predators, and a cat might be a predator. Maybe.
Might, but I
Maybe.
never heard of.
I don't know what else would be a predator of a gecko. What do you think might try to eat a gecko?
I don't think any.
Oh.
Using brains.
So the predators. So it says that they try to find their partners and their predators by using their tongue to sniff. Okay. So they don't want to get eaten. And scientists want to know, could geckos also tell which smell was their own? Can they smell themselves? To get to the bottom of this question, the researchers studied tokay geckos. The experts presented the lizards with different
Tokay?
odors or cotton swabs. Yeah, I think that's a type of gecko, tokay. Some of the
Still very confusing.
swabs. That's okay. It's an experiment. So I'll tell you about the experiment, and then you can kind of tell me what you think. So they're having the gecko smell stuff with his tongue. Okay, that's the whole idea. He's sniffing, just like he's smelling my hand right now.
Oh, he's actually really smelling your hand.
Yeah, some of the swabs were peppermint scented, while others smelled like other geckos. And each gecko also got swabs with their own scent. And when the gecko smelled their own odor, they would mostly stick their tongues in the direction of the swab and then go to their cages so they can smell their way home. This means that geckos were comparing the smells. They can compare my smell to your smell to his own smell. So he can smell his way home.
That's really? You can smell his way home? That's kind of amazing, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And
that's kind of weird. Well, not really weird. That's kind of like navigating home.
exactly. And do you
You
see
don't
him?
need to call the police when you're lost.
Yeah, definitely. Do you see him? He's trying to smell me and stuff like that. And
I don't think. I hope it doesn't eat you.
no, he would never. He's a gentle little animal. This one and the lizard are both really gentle.
Really?
Yeah. So the author of this experiment said the geckos have to compare more frequently Hold on, let me scroll down. More frequently when confronted with the odor of another gecko compared to their own odor. This means that they know their own smell and they compare themselves by taking up chemicals with their tongue.
Hmm.
They can use this information to find out who lives close to them and when there is a stranger around.
Oh, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, so they're keeping themselves safe by smelling everything that's around them. Who's here? Where's my home? And the lizards use their liquors to find their homes and recognize their families. In geckos, social life is all about the smell. So he sniffs his friends, he sniffs his mom, his dad.
But I don't think he has moms and dads here.
No, he just has me, and he probably knows the smell of his frog friend. He knows his frog friend.
I want to see the frog.
I know. I'm sorry, Jolyn. Hopefully, once I water it in there and I've turned up the earth, hopefully that gets him excited about coming out of hibernation. You know, he has to decide that his winter sleep is over. So we're going to hopefully coax him out of hibernation. Coax. Coax. I'm sorry, we couldn't wake him up. He was hiding too good. Coax.
Oh yeah, he's not like the toad.
Yeah, we have to be like, "Come on, wake up." And he can play dead. So whenever I pull him out, he might just look, but he's actually alive. It takes a couple
Mm.
minutes, they said, and then their body will
Oh yeah,
warm up.
oh
Okay?
yeah.
So,
You can turn him upside down like this. Look at his belly.
yeah,
Because he'll
that's
not
what
jump
it said.
over.
Yeah.
Actually, when you say coax, I thought you said cook. You can
Oh,
cook
no.
him up.
No. Coax. That means come here. Come on. Wake up. So we
I'm
try to.
thinking, how on earth do you cook him up?
Oh, no. No, we would never. So we just want to wake that little baby frog up, and we'll wake him
Is
up
it
slow.
baby?
He's small. I would say maybe he's 1 or 2 years old. He's the
How
size
many ears
of
can a frog live? A tree frog.
maybe like 8 years. He's the size of 2 quarters together.
How about
Like a,
the toad?
I think
Ah,
15. I think 15 years for a toad.
okay, so you won't witness any deaths any soon.
No, not anytime soon. They should all live for a good while. Um,
Look at his tail. It just looks weird.
Yeah. So we learned something new about these guys. Basically, they can smell their friends, they can smell their way home. And like you said, they don't have to call the police whenever they get lost. They can just sniff their whole way home.
Oh, I think he's sniffing the right direction. Oh no, that's the wrong direction.
Yeah. So I sent this little thing to you, and then if you'd like, you can answer the questions. What do you think about number one? What are
What?
pheromones?
The second one, chemicals given off by animals.
Yes, good. Which
Yay!
was not a smell on the test swab in the experiment?
Uh, a scientist during the experiment.
Yes, that's correct. Good. Number three, what was the point of this experiment?
I don't know.
Scientists wanted to know if geckos could smell themselves. So they're trying to
Oh,
figure out, can he smell himself? And he can't. He's like,
okay.
oh, that's me.
Why can some people do this?
Yeah. Not us, just a gecko. See you next time.
Oh, but actually, we're still. I was like thinking. See you next time. Oh, right.
Ooh.
Now
Yeah.
how to do this?
Oh, okay. And you smell maybe like the nice smell of the detergent. Yeah, sometimes it smells
Detergent.
fresh. Yeah. Laundry soap.
You got to do soap. Where?
Oh, your clothes smell like it. Bye bye. Bye bye.